Welcome back to the new video. So today we will be prototyping the space exploration app which we designed in our last episode. So this is what we will be creating today. You can see the 3D rotating active circle here. Like this. If I press a next button, it will go to the next onboarding screen. So this is what we will be creating today. So if you have noticed, I have made some changes to the button button style maybe. So in our last design video, the buttons were like this, the plain rectangle shape. So give a space like or a modern button like feel, I have made the buttons like this, added the small circle around the corners of the button. Okay, so first thing first, we will group together all our onboarding screens. I'll select the first one, the image, onboarding image one, text, and the subtext. I'll make it a group and make sure to name your layers properly. It is not necessary to name, but it will be very helpful while prototyping. Now I will export the first screen to Protopie. So today we will be prototyping this in a new tool called Protopie. If you don't know what is Protopie, then I'll simply put it as it is a high fidelity prototyping tool. If you want to learn more about Protopie, then I will give it a link in the description box so you can go and check it out. So I'll select the first screen. Also, you need to install the Protopie plugin first to import your Figma designs to Protopie. So just go to the community and search Protopie here. So I have already installed it, so I'll just go back here. I'll go to plugin and select Protopie, and as you can see, uh, the first screen has been successfully imported with with the same layer names. I don't know what. Okay, this is a button group. I'll just give a, or I will ungroup this here. And this is a back button, so I will name it as button secondary. I'll make it back. This button next. This is onboarding one. I'll just remove this status bar because you can have real-time status bar like we see an Android or iPhone. So just click anywhere here and select this system status bar. Just take this, and now I will remove this bottom navigation bar as well. Just select it. Groups is nothing but this background lines, so I'll just name it as background lines. Now I'll go to Figma, Figma, and import the second screen, but I will not import the whole screen. I'll just import the onboarding, this image, the text here, and the subtext, because we have already imported the background. These images and the buttons are already there, so I'll just import this section and this section. First I'll select the second, then third, and then I'll click on export. I'll select both of them. I'll make it out of the screen. So this is our first onboarding image, and this is the second, and this is the third. So we want third to be the last, so I'll just move the third screen to the more right. So now let's just give it a run. So as you can see, nothing happens. This is just a static screen. So what you need to do is we need to first make one group, or you can say a container, scrolling container or paging container. So I'm not going to go through step by step guide here, so I'll just guide you how to do what we see in the starting of the video. So I'll just go here and make it a group, or you can just go here and draw one paging container. Okay, so here I will select first onboarding image, then second, and then third, and I will make a group. This is our group 1. I will give it a name, main scroll container. Let's just give it a run, a preview. As you can see, this is still not working, right? This is still not working. So what we need to do is select your main controller, main scroll container, then go down here on the scroll paging properties, select it to paging. We'll give it a preview. As you can see, it's still not moving. We'll go here and we will make our group, this paging container width to 428. You may ask why 428. So 428 is nothing but our font's width. Our frame width is 428. That's why we need to give the paging container size 428. Now if we preview it again, it's still not working. Why it is not working? Let me check why it is not working. I have selected the paging 428. It's all good. Let's move it. I don't think this makes any difference. Let's go here. I selected all the properties correctly. Then why it is still not working? Make it scroll container. Give it a run. Oh, it's working. I'll just move it here. So as you can see, it's working. You can swipe through onboarding. This is onboarding 2. This is third screen. This is second. This is first. As you can see, you can swipe back and forth now. So scrolling is working. I did nothing to the scroll container. I don't know what was the issue. So it's good. It's up and running. So now, as you saw in the video, we also need to move this active indicator to the second screen and the third screen as we swipe to the third screen. So what we'll do is we will create one chain trigger. I'm not going to explain in detail what is chain trigger and all. I'll show you. We'll select the chain triggers, and on chain trigger we will select the main container, and we want to chain the scroll properties of that scroll container. So we will select scroll here, and then what will happen after selecting the chain? So we'll select the chain, and then we want to move the dot indicator. Okay, we want to move the active dot indicator, this one, to a specific position, at a specific position of the scroll container. So I'll just select the dot indicator, not dot indicator, active dot indicator, active circle. I'll select the active circle. So while the scroll container is 0 to 428 position, then I need this active circle. I need this active circle to 0 0 position. So I'll just go here and I'll put it at 0 0, oops, 0 and 0 and 0. Okay, and when the scroll position is 428, scroll position is 428 and 856, you may ask again what is 856 is. So what 856 is, this is the scroll position. So right now the scroll position is 0. When we swipe, then the scroll position is 428, and on the third screen the scroll position is 856. You may ask again, how do you know the values? So to know the scroll position, you need to create a variable so you can check where the what is the scroll position. So I'll just go here and I will make it a variable, give it a name. You can will just keep it as variable 1. We'll go here, use formula, and I will create this fx icon, and I will type scroll container name, that is main scroll container dot main scroll container dot scroll offset. This will return the current value of the scroll position. I'll also activate this icon which will show the current position of the scroll container. So as you can see, the currently scroll position is 0. As you swipe left or right, scroll position changes. So right now it is 0. If I swipe to the screen 2, then the scroll position is 428, and if I swipe to third screen, scroll position is 856. So this is how I know the values of the scroll container. Okay, so we'll move forward. Now we know when the scroll position is 0, 428 and 856. Now we'll move here. So now when the scroll position is 428 and 856, 428 position would be 0 0 20, and also I do not want to move the active indicator or active circle on Y position. So I'll just delete the Y positions. Let's see what happens. So I'll just move here. As you can see, on third it's moving, on third position it's moving. So what we did wrong here? So with chain trigger we need to make sure the values are correct. So on 0 position I want it again 0, and then on 420 position I want to move the active circle by 20 pixels. Why 20? Again we will go here and and we will see what is the x value when we move this active circle to the center. It's giving me in decimal value, so I'll just go back here. Now it is 0. I'll make all the circles readable. Now yes, 3.2, and I'll just, as you can see, these values are in decimals, so I have to move this like this. Now it is in center. So here, as you can see, as we're moving, as we're swiping our screen, the active circle is also moving. Now what we'll do is we will move the active circle by 40 pixels. So on 0 to 0. This is on scroll position of 0, the active circle will be at 0 position. On 428 it will be 20, and on 428 it will be 20, and on third screen the scroll position will be 40. We'll give it a go once again. As you can see, as we're swiping, the circle is also swiping. Woohoo! Okay, so now what we need to do is to rotate that circle while it is moving to another screen. So for that we will create one rotate trigger, and we'll select active circle, and on 0 it will be 0, and on 0 position it will be 0, and on 428 it will rotate by 360-degree angle. Let's see what happens. So I'll just go here, and as you can see it is rotating but in a weird position. So what we need to do is we need to change the origin of the active circle. What is meant by that? Here, to select the active circle, and as you can see, wait, what? Okay, as you can see, the circle, the active circle's origin is not set here. Also keep an eye on the position of this position value. So if we change the origin, then the x and y position also changes. So if I select the center, see, it changes to 6 and 6. If you select this, you select this, you select this. If you change the origin, the position, the values of x and y also changes. So right now what I'll do, I'll just select the center as it is as the origin of the active circle, so that the circle will rotate from its center position. Let's see. So if I select this, okay, so now the values has been changed since we changed its origin. So also we need to also fix the values which we change here. So right now the active circle is 6 and 6. So we also need to change here to when it is 0, the position of the active circle should be at 0. Also this will increase by 6. Here also it will increase by 6. Also 46. Okay. So now if we see, now the circle is in correct position. Let's try swiping to the left. As you can see, it's moving, it's rotating like as it should be. Okay, as you can see, it's like a, I don't know. Okay, so the first screen and the second swiping is done. We'll move to the next rotation. So when the scroll position is 428, 0, and when it is at 856, it should rotate by 360. Woohoo! I'll just turn off this variable value. Woohoo! Yeah, this is it for the part 1, and in part 2 we will create interactions for these buttons. For next button, the screen will move to the next screen, and for the back button, the screen will be moved to the back screen, obviously. So yeah, thank you so much, and if you like this video, make sure to follow on Instagram, where I upload cool designs and prototypes basically. Yeah, bye bye.